Tatiana, we can hear you. You're on mute.
Greetings. My name is Yana, and I will host the event today. We are encouraged to introduce the final pitch to participate in Nordeep 2023. Nordeep is the world's leading deep tech business summit, as well as the first and only European conference focused on deep tech. The Nordeep event gathers more than 1,500 startups, researchers, institutions, media, and investors to connect science and business. We are excited to invite 11 Ukrainian startups to compete for a chance to become part of the national delegation at Nordeep this year and present the innovational potential of the country on the international stage. According to the results of the selection today, 6 Ukrainian startups will present the Ukrainian delegation at the Nordeep in Finland this October. We would also like to express our gratitude to our partners, the Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine, YEP Startup Accelerator, and the first Ukrainian delegation to the Nordeep Summit is organized with the support of USAID Competitive Economy Program in Ukraine. Now, let me introduce the jury members who will evaluate startups today and decide who will represent the Ukrainian startup ecosystem at Nordeep this year. Natalia Petrova, Project Manager of USAID Economic Growth Office. Valery Dobrovolsky, USAID Competitive Economy Program Future Industries Team Lead. Natalia Denikeyeva, Head of DSCT Project Office. Roman Zinchenko, Co-founder of Greencubator. Volodymyr Batayev, Managing Partner at ZAAS Ventures, and Bernary Valiema, Event Specialist at Arctic Startup Events. And now, let's meet the startup teams. Smart Zavod, Solar Optics. Mantis Analytics, Atlant, Mel Potter Club, MySat, S-Lab, Alaistin, Haiku, OptiSun, and Knowledgeator Engineering. About the timing. Startups will have 3 minutes for the pitch and 2 minutes for the Q&A session with the commission. So let's see who will attend the Nordeep in Finland this year. I would like to invite the first startup to the stage, Smart Zavod. You're welcome.
Thank you, Yana. Can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, but not the presentation. Okay, everything's good right now. You can start.
Everything is good. We can start. Thank you. Thank you. So my name is Alexey Sontsev. I am the CEO and co-founder of Smart Zavod. Smart Zavod is a hardware-based, it's a high-tech startup. We're developing the hardware-based hybrid manufacturing technology, which bring unique capabilities to the manufacturing SMEs and companies across Europe. Our main mission is to help businesses overcome the current barriers and challenges of traditional additive manufacturing, and through scientific-based approach, hybridity and automated give them new capabilities, new technological capabilities, make them more resilient and sustainable. Talking about Smart Zavod, we have 10 experts in Germany, in Ukraine, our development in the technical readiness level 7. And for the last 3 years, thanks to the support of 2 universities, with Hochschule Hof and KP Technical University of Ukraine, 2 research institutions, our 4 mentors with a PhD in mechanical engineering, thanks to the participation in 3 Horizon Innovation Open Calls, thanks to our internal experience in simulation techniques that we applied on every step on design our product that was designed from scratch, taking in account the customers, deep customers interview. And we have 3 patents. We are happy to present our hybrid, full automated and modular 3D printer. First of all, in general, it can replace up to 5 units of traditional manufacturing or prototyping equipment in a single machine, which bring 2.5 in saving for our customer on initial investment equipment. Thanks to automation, we can save up to 30% of labor cost and 70% of labor time. But what is hybridity exactly? Thanks to our patented tool chain system, we can combine different material groups and technologies in a single technological cycle, like composites, polymer, with silicons, with resins. And most important, for example, a post-processing process to achieve the highest quality and surface cleanness of the prototypes and end-user parts we make with Smart Zavod. It's crucial and important for the industries like pneumatic, machinery, equipment industry, where our customers comes from. automation. We try to automate all processes people doing manually now with traditional equipment, like material change, part removing, post-processing, to zero in our equipment. And modularity, we try to build a modular equipment, a flexible manufacturing system, which we can easily customize to the specific needs of the big customer, of the large enterprises in Europe. Some development process like continuous printing system with a carbon surface, some hybrid manufacturing process like printing and post-processing. And here you can see the quality before and after processing with Smart Zavod. And here's some simulation of our model. So currently we have 4 launched pilot projects with the SMEs. We have 2 launched with the big enterprises in Germany with manufacturing, and seeking and looking for 3 more, which is our goal number 1 for Nordeep. We are aware that on Nordeep will be presented companies like ABB, Volvo Group, Volkswagen, Michelin, and so on. Moreover, we're also interested to expand our activities to the Nordic region, because from the Forum Next 2022, we know that here, that Nordic region concentrate big additive manufacturing hub. So we're interested in new partners, manufacturing industry partners, research partners like Aalto University, and so on. Moreover, we are also absolutely ready to start pilot project. We're absolutely ready to take orders from manufacturing SMEs, and we're investment ready. We already know where we can take next 500,000 K, but we also need 1 million plus. And on this Nordeep will be a big concentration of the investors that understand what is advanced manufacturing technologies is, which is great. Talking about the stand, we have a great experience in participating in such event. Unfortunately, we will not able to present in October our next generation of industry grade prototype, but we will try to next our previous Gen 1. But 100% we will take unique parts manufactured with our equipment to showcase them, new demo video, and of course, different product sheets and brochures we will, of course. Thank you for your attention. I'm ready to answer your questions. Sorry if I go out the limit.
Thank you, Alexei. Dear jury members, questions from your side? Yeah, Valery, you're welcome.
This is a great pitch, just to test how it works when there is a short time frame. So what do you do in 2-3 sentences?
We developing a hybrid manufacturing system, which allows, compared to existing 3D printers, combine different material groups and technologies in a single mesh, like post-processing, or combination of polymer part with a silicone, like to print a gasket. That's what we're doing. Hybrid means.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Clear. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Verneri, please.
Yes. Thanks, Alexei. Great pitch. What is your business model? Are you licensing machines? Are you selling machines? Where are they produced?
Yeah, great question. So now we're on the make some pivot. First, now we started with the classical surveys for beta testing. So we have some printers in-house. We take order from the SME and do it in-house, but it's not really profitable. That's why next what we do is customize printer, our basic equipment, our basic platform to the specific needs of big customers. Remember, I mentioned about 2 customers already, and 3 we are looking on the Nordic. That's next stage. And in 3 years, we plan to scale with a hardware as a service model. Remember, printer is automated. It doesn't require human. We will install such printers in partner hubs and provide our customers with remote access to printer. At the scaling stage, not now. Now it's classical service model and sales of the equipment or customized versions of the equipment. Hope I answered your question. Thank you. So we have a commercialization plan, and step by step.
Thanks a lot. Natalia, question from your side?
Thank you. How many devices exist so far? I do remember the previous number. Has something changed since your last pitch?
Yeah, a good question. Good question, Talia. Yeah, it was not half a year ago. We have two because So last time we meet with you, it was like technical readiness 4. We're talking about the development yet, not about the scaling of the printers. Yes. And for the last year, we just put our technology on the next level, like from 4 to the 7. And not the goal was not to scale the production yet. It's next step. So
Thank you. I have one comment.
yes.
Please read your pitch, I mean the deck, before you release it. There are a number of mistakes there. Please be mindful of those who consume your product. And that also relates to the speech itself, where every word you say. That's quite important for comprehending what you say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Roman, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for a very interesting presentation. Very quick question. Your 3D printer, how it integrates with the existing manufacturing management system like SCADA buses and other solutions used at the modern manufacturing to run the production line? Thank you.
Okay. It's absolutely good question that we are solving currently, because the big problem is that currently there is no management system for hybrid manufacturing. That's why for the first stage we're working with the companies like Autodesk, so we're using their software. Also we are working with Hexagon. So we use already, so we don't like a software development team, and we use software that is already integrated in the processes of our customers. But actually it's one of our challenges, because there is no smart software that can easily combine like parts that can be printed and then post-process it with CNC as different products, and we're working on this. So we are aware about this problem, and we're working on this. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Alexei, for such a great presentation. It's time to move to our next project. I'm happy to invite the Solar Optics startup.
Thank you very much. I'm sharing the screen. Could you please say if you hear me or if you see the first slide?
Yeah, everything's good. You may start.
Good. Hello, everyone. My name is Masha. I'm the CEO of Solar Optic, and today I will show you how to power the business with the sunlight. Business now in Europe talking about how expensive energy became as the prices doubled comparing to 2021. And also only in a few years, the mandatory carbon tax will reach an astonishing 100 euro per ton. The solution to avoid these unnecessary financial losses is a solar optic. It is a hybrid deep tech system which guides sunlight from the roof of one-floor building inside. We do not convert heat into electricity like solar panels do, and with the concept of direct transmission of sunlight, we are avoiding unnecessary losses of energy. So how does it work? We concentrate the sunlight on the surface of the lens. The concentrated light is guided by a polymer optical cable, and with the diffusion module, we distribute the light inside the building. We made a case study with one of the warehouses in Germany, and we were surprised because half of the total electricity consumption goes for the illumination. And with a solar optic solution, business can reduce up to 80% of electricity consumption with the ROI only in 2.5 years. Our main source to get the profit will be the sales of the technology. One module would cost 1,500 euros, which can illuminate 100 square meters. We will also propose to our customers the possibility of leasing and our engineering services of integrating solar optic technology into existing illumination system. This is our experimental installation. We have made it by ourselves on our own expenses. It consists on the controller, the brain of the system, the fiber optic cables, the sun tracking sensor, and the motors to follow the sun during the daytime. For the mock-up, it will be connected to the 3D printed small warehouse to demonstrate to the potential investors how the principle of the direct transmission of sunlight works. And both of these pieces with extra materials, printed materials, we will take with us to the Nordeep. And why Nordeep? Because Nordeep is the biggest deep tech conference in Europe, and we have proved that solar optic dedicates to this category. We will look for the investment at this conference because we are looking for 150K to order necessary materials to finish our MVP and to do the first pilot projects in Europe. Then we will promote our technology and we will legalize to start the operation of solar optic company. And also we will look there for the expertise that the experts from the Nordic countries will give the feedback to our technology on how to improve it even more. And why we should participate? Because we have started as the university startup just with an idea, and we turn this into the real business model with the demand on the market. We have more than 1 year of tests and experiments in the Technical University of Ukraine and Berlin University of Applied Science. We have patented our advanced sun tracking system and the concept of direct transmission of sunlight. And we have won several startups competitions in Europe. And next week, we will represent Ukraine at the University Startup World Cup in Denmark. And last but not least, to prove again to Europe that the Ukraine is not only the land of talented and brave people, it is also the land of the successful startups. So we are the team of mechanic.
Really sorry, but the time is up. So we have to move to Q&A session time. Thanks a lot for your presentation. Here are jury members. Questions from your side? Roman?
Maria, nice to see you again. Could you, so since there will be some time after our previous meeting, tell me, do you have a solution for regulating the intensity of light flow? So for example, during some summer months, we have a challenging of extensive light. And that might be a challenge for some logistics venues. So can you regulate it to prevent over lighting and maybe even overheating?
Thank you for the question. For the overheating, we need a special filter which will separate UV and infrared light. And for the regulating the intensity of the light, we need to have the controller Siemens 1500. With this controller, it will be another smart system which will compensate the lack of the light if it's needed with artificial, or it will work the other way. It will move it away if it's too much.
Thanks a lot. Verneri, a short question from your side, please.
Yes. I don't know how to call this, but how is it coming through a normal light bulb? So does it come from, that it absorbs the light and comes through normal light bulb? My question is basically, is there any extra infrastructure that a building or warehouse would need in order to install it?
No, it would not need extra infrastructure because we will integrate this into existing illumination system. We have the polymer cables which distributes the light inside the building. So it's like a transparent material. And when it's not enough light outside, yes, we will compensate this with the artificial light. So it will work in parallel.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your presentation, Maria. And our next startup is Mantis Analytics. I'm happy to welcome the startup. The floor is yours.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah, everything's perfect. You may start.
Hi, everyone. We are Mantis Analytics, and we are building AI-driven real-time informational field monitoring platform. We are living in a time of intensive informational war, but this story is moving from social and political sphere to the corporate one. And now, like PwC said that it's #1 business risk for the companies and losses like hundreds of billions yearly. But organizations are not ready to these challenges. They try to solve it with an old legacy system, with the manual work, and as a result of that, it wastes resources, missed attacks, and money, reputation, and lives loss. We did about 70 plus customer interviews, and we understand that companies want, from one side, understand what's happening in real time, and also do some long-term analysis of media field, and also understand what's happening in physical reality, what kind of events, and what's happening in mental reality. And the result for these needs is our platform, which is AI platform for real-time monitoring of informational space to protect cognitive security, companies, government, and people. How it works? We collect data from media and social media. We transform that to the two stream of events, like physical events and mental events. And after that, we apply to that our tech stack, which is fully based on ML and LLM technologies, and present data in the way of interactive dashboards and interactive maps. Three pillars of our tech stacks. Firstly, we do a lot of academic collaboration with the university. We do like methodological innovation in different domains related to the analysis of informational space. And all our platform is based on deep technologies capabilities. As a result, companies can analyze media space for different time granularity, like for years, months, and days, and also understand what's happening now, based on the interactive maps. We introduced absolutely new category on social media monitoring, which is related to cognitive security. It's pretty emerging category, but there are some big players on the market. The market is hugely growing. It's like predictions that it will be like 12 billions in 2030, and startups in this area hugely invested last years. This is our story. We started as a volunteer initiative. This year for us, it's year of characterization and acceleration and getting seed round. We're already closing some grants. We developed like first version MVP, and now we're closing second. And next version, next year, it will be like growth and expansion year for us. That is our business model. We plan to sell subscription of the platform, data partnership, and research and projects. That is our star founding team. We have absolutely complementary technical and operational skills to solve this challenge. Why Nordeep? Because Ukraine is the center of world informational resilience in the moment. We want to show and share deep expertise in this area, find partners, customers, and investors. That is our simple boost on the show. We want to show our platform and share some materials and use cases about our experience. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'm happy to answer your questions.
Thanks a lot. Perfect timing. Natalia, you're welcome.
While we still have the slide on, what is this particular one coming from, and how many have you attended, and what are the results of your participation from previous trade events, if you have any?
What do you mean by trade events?
You just have shown on a slide the booth. I believe it's from some trade event or an exhibition.
Just design of future booths for Nordeep.
Okay. So no exhibitions before, right? No trade.
We participated in some conferences and some meetups, but not in such big show like Nordeep.
Let me rephrase. It will be the first of a kind for you, right?
Yeah, first.
Thank you.
Roman, you're welcome.
Thank you. I really love your cognitive security wording. This is very interesting. So tell me, is there a chance for you to integrate with the existing system for charter analysis, for cognitive space analysis, maybe Palantir, maybe some other solutions that are already present in the place and used for context research, for meta information processing, and to be used not just for cognitive security, but maybe for cognitive intelligence?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we like part of our business model in selling like our services via API and selling our data. So in this case, most of the system, including like Palantir and like can integrate with our platform in future, especially that we are really focused on the local context, on Russian, Ukrainian, and also informational field, which is really difficult to understand for like foreign like customers and platforms. But now all attention of all the world now in Ukraine and Russia. That's why important that all our models is really adapted to the local context.
Thank you.
Thank you. Valery, the stage is yours.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Great presentation, by the way. I can imagine that the topic is hot right now, right? And AI is developing incredibly fast. And I can imagine there's plenty of competition to predict what will be happening in various, domains, and a lot of people working on that. Why do you think you will succeed?
Because we have a great team. Firstly, I spent all my life in building big data platforms. Also, we have two top Kaggle masters in our team. So it's basically top 100 data scientists in the world. And also, we proved our expertise for 1 year work on different pilot projects. And we have like very good initial traction. So in this case, we definitely ready to solve this challenge. And also important that we are now in the center of this resilience, and we feel that on the daily basis, and that's why we can solve it.
Thank you, Maxim. Verneri, do you have a question?
Yes. So I imagine that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I imagine that the product that you offer is a bit different for a government or an individual. And I assume that these contracts with governments are quite large and time intensive to secure. So do you have any contracts or letters of intent with governments? And how are you going to balance or focus your time on which of these target groups?
Yeah, it's a very good point. So our first target segments, it's firstly like government to prove our technology. It's very open in Ukraine now. But also we work very closely with the think tanks, media and consulting companies. And think tanks, for us, it's a B2B customer. A think tank can be sponsored by government, but it's not a government. It's a B2B organization, and it's very like comparatively easy to close some contracts with the think tanks, media and consulting companies.
Thank you, Maxim. We are grateful for your presentation. And now we are moving to the next startup. I'm happy to announce the Meltwater Club.
Hello, everyone. Give me just a sec. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, sure.
Right, perfect. Okay. Hi, everyone. Did you drink water today? Well, it seems like a simple question to ask, but to obtain 1 glass of water you're holding every morning, a lot happened you may never heard of. Imagine that 6 other glasses are gone wasted. Well, to receive 1 liter of filtered water, your home filtration system needs to dump up to 7 liters of input water, and you're paying for it as a housing fees. Feel the price? In addition, when drinking filtered water at home, you're still contributing to a plastic waste. While in average 1 year consumption, each household throwing away up to 10 kilos of plastics by servicing and changing non-recyclable filters, which is an equivalent of 2,500 plastic bottles thrown away yearly. And this is an earth-killing routine to 500 million households worldwide. And I'm not talking about logistics and manufacturers for those consumables. We have just touched the top of an iceberg. Well, talking about iceberg, meet Meltwater Club, world's most sophisticated small-scale water purification technology and device. At Meltwater Club, we share a vision of an evolutionary product to reach every home, family, and business. We have created a technology where nature and innovations working together to provide with a sustainable, maintenance-free water purification device using freezing process, featuring great design, functionality like cold, hot, sparkling vitamin water in one. And of course, it's all just about having a reliable water source with absence of service and consumables fees. We have developed a wide range of product line, providing thousands and in the future millions of people with a fraction of a price, with a variety of features and convenience. So our customers are both B2B and B2C. Those are households, offices, HoReCa, private healthcare sector, nonprofits, schools, hospitals, and other governmental institutions. And we never stop exploring. This is our fresh design, cooler killer, we call it. So we already sold 137 appliances from 12 to 1,000 liters. And we made important modifications in our first serious device, which is coming up soon, which is the design and water storage. Upon received feedback from our already customers. So we started from Ukraine, where we're already live providing 2,000 people and 900 children in orphanages, where we plan to keep on working and expanding in our homeland. Well, our business model, we have a flexible business model to cover a wide range of customer segments. It's one-time sale and subscription for both homes and business, starting in just $25 per month. Well, since our launch in August 2022, we have $485,000 in sales locked. This month, we are closing 420K in investments. It's seed round investment. And on pre-seed round, $250,000 been invested by founder loan. And we're planning to lock $2 million in sales in 2024, covering up to 5,000 units sold. Well, according to our plan, until the end of next year, we'll reduce plastic waste for 40,000 kilos. And 5 million liters of water will be safe in just 1 year period. Well, we are just getting started. These are our great partners, our great supporters. We love to work with some of the expos we visited. So media loves us. It's true, during our expos, we give a lot of interest to global media managers, and our booth is always a magnet for due to our product design and impactability. So this is some of our latest expos. This one in Germany on the left, you may see it. So this is probably how our booth is going to look like. Well, it's easy. It's the device, laptop, and a great technology behind it. And on the right, we've been honored by Climate Launchpad Venice 2023. So we have a groundbreaking deep tech water purification technology and device that we would love to share with the world. And Nordeep is a perfect opportunity to share our innovation with the world, to present Ukrainian startup ecosystem in its best. At Nordeep, we are looking to find local partners, distributors, media presence, and PR activities.
Thanks a lot. Unfortunately, the time is up, so we have to move to Q&A session part. Thanks a lot. Dear jury members, questions from your side, Natalia?
What is the cost per liter?
Excuse me?
A usual thing which is calculated if we're referring to osmosis systems, for example.
Reverse osmosis systems.
What is the cost of a liter produced by your system?
The cost of liter produced by my system. So we have, for example, if reverse osmosis to produce 1 liter of purified water, reverse osmosis needs to intake 5 to 7 liters of input water.
I recognize that. I'm asking a question about your system. I know when they talk about this one,
talking about the price, yeah, 1 liter
wasted.
1 liter for us of clean water costs 1 cent in Ukraine.
Cheaper than osmosis?
That's pretty equivalent if talking about consumables. I mean, in terms of consumables fees. So right now we installed in orphanages and hospitals our system, and before that they had installed filtration systems, and they cannot provide finance in the filtration system. And we doesn't have any service to do, so it's only electricity consumption. And we have really worked on electricity consumption to get the price of the water lower. So it's no service fees; it's only paying for the electricity.
Thanks. I have one other question. You said that it can be mineralized, vitaminized, sparkling. Where are vitamins coming from? How's that injected?
Yeah, this is the addition. I mean, those are additional features that we are going to implement, that we're implementing right now in this device.
How's that calculated if everyone needs a different type of thing to the diet?
I mean, those vitamins, they can be, we are basically working to be it as a cartridges. So you can choose whatever you want to. I mean, the cartridge that you're going to buy, and you're going to choose the vitamin you'd like to. I mean, it's not about more flavored than vitamized. Do you understand? It's like this kind of thing. This we are implementing, we're working it right now, actually, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's a bit confusing because you're talking about no consumables and you talk about cartridges. So do you have consumables? Do you not have consumables?
Cartridges in terms of vitamins. I mean, if you'd like, you can add flavors into water, but this is a feature that you may not add if you don't need it. It's just a feature. It's just a feature. I mean, it's the same. The core device is pure water and ice. This is the core device, the main one. And all the other features I'm talking about, it's just additions, features. You would love to add them or not. Like, it's up to you.
Thank you, Andrew. Valerie and Verneri, just really short questions from your side. Valerie, please.
I have a long one, so I'll pass to Verneri. I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
I was going to do the same. You had your hand up first, Valerie. Go ahead.
I'm fine because I know the business a little bit. Please go ahead. I'm good.
So, can you just quickly run me through your supply chain? Where is it produced? Where are the material coming from?
Right now it's produced in Kyiv, Ukraine. Over here, the materials, most of the materials, for example, for these machines, they've been made in Ukraine, so purchased in Ukraine. We have this, the basic machinery is like a refrigerator, the ice making machine, and we are modifying them. We are creating them more energy efficient. We are making them purified the way we need. So if you buy a basic ice making machine, you won't have pure ice. Ice won't be separated from dirt. And we have this technology, patented one, that we can separate dirty water from clean one.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's time to move to our next project. Thank you, Andrew. So I'm happy to announce the MySat startup.
Hello, thank you. Do you see my presentation?
Not yet. It's all good now. You may start.
Okay, thank you. Hello, my name is Tanya. I'm CEO of MySat. Today's space industry is developing rapidly, and the space topic become more and more popular. But the access to this industry still remains almost impossible, as it requires fundamental technical knowledge and skills and significant amount of money. On the other hand, we constantly experience increasing lack of satellite engineers. So with these two problems in mind, we created MySat, an educational satellite model kit. Our product consists of hardware, software, and services. MySat design is based on our own development of a small satellite called CubeSat, so it fully reflects its features, building, and programming principles. Due to the modular design of electronics and source code with instructions, it is easier to understand, set up, and operate the kit. Users can share and collect the data with MySat web platform and also benefit from MySat community to do collaborative work and research. We also offer optional stratospheric launch service. MySat is a perfect tool for at-home and in-classroom STEM education. It also helps universities to make the educational process more effective and better prepare students for the work in specialty. We have customers in both B2C and B2B segments. Our main revenue source is from selling the kits, and to retain our customers, we also offer add-ons and stratospheric launch service. We have several competitors worldwide, but in contrast to our competitors, we offer understandable yet highly functional user-oriented device that doesn't require any additional tutoring or in-classroom activities. We already have traction of 90,000 euros by selling the kit to both B2B and B2C customers. Our goal is to reach at least 100 million euros in sales by 2027, and to do this, we plan to scale on the biggest markets, in particular on the European Union market. The Nordeep Summit is a great opportunity for us to actually enter this European Union market and find investors and establish essential partnership with universities and agencies that is very important for our development. Our boost is usually include the MySat hardware, software, and also banner. We are passionate professionals with a background and experience in technology, space, and business. And we work together in MySat for the space future of Ukraine. Thank you. Ready for the questions.
Thank you, Tatiana. A perfect timing. And now, jury members, do you have questions? Roman?
Thank you, Tatiana. Thank you for passion regarding space. Tell me, in addition to academic community and universities, who are your customers you're catering to with MySat satellites?
So this is like B2C customers. There are enthusiasts and makers who are interested in electronic and space. There are school children, parents who want to improve STEM knowledge of their children. Yeah, it is also in B2B segment. It is educational STEM and engineering educational institutions for children.
Mm-hmm. So when you're saying based on your sales report, These are actual sales or letter of intent, something like that?
So it is actual. So currently it is like this. So 88% it is B2C and 12%. So we have like a table where we have written who we sold what, and this is like actual sales.
Thank you.
Thank you, Volodymyr, I know that you have some technical issues, so if you want to ask a question, you're welcome.
I was trying to see how I raise my hand, but the button is not for some reason, so I put jumping in. We should be doing this. And I'm trying to understand, what is deep tech about this? So what have you done in a way that is different?
Yeah, so the technology that is in this model kit, it is reflects the technology of a small satellite, CubeSat. So it is widely used now, satellite, yeah? So
Understood.
it fully reflects its features and programming principle. So you cannot launch it because it is like more simple electronics that will not work in space. But actually, most of the electronics will all work in stratosphere, so you can launch it in stratosphere. So, but everything else is the same as in satellites. Also, you can even the codes that you will write with MySat, you can even run it on the real satellite. Yeah, so you can develop code for the real satellite with MySat.
Okay.
Thank you, Tatiana. Valery, the stage is yours.
Yeah, so I checked stratosphere is 11 to 50 kilometers high, right? So how does it get there? And if it gets there, how do I see it? Right, I flew out and I'm done. What's the experience?
Yeah, so it is like 20-30 kilometers. Yeah, we do it like on this height. It is do with stratospheric balloon. We also have camera, so you can have a view of your satellite on the height of 20 kilometers. And also we have a tracking system, so we can find this your CubeSat after it will fall down. Yeah, so with a stratospheric balloon, it go up to, for example, 20 kilometers.
Yeah, clear.
It will destroy it and fall on the parachute on the ground. Then we will track it where it have fallen. We collect it. You will have the data from the stratosphere. You will have some nice videos and pictures from the stratosphere. So that's what is
not bad. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Tatiana. Dear jury members and participants, kindly remind you that due to our timing, we have to hurry up a little bit. So we are moving to our next startup. I'm happy to welcome SLab.
Hi, everyone. My name is Julia. I'm CEO and co-founder of SLab. The world has changed. In just 7 years, all the packaging has to be recyclable or usable. This means that we need to eliminate 15 million tons of polystyrene from the packaging industry produced every year. SMBs and corporations are already under the pressure of sustainability regulations and customers' choice, where eco-friendly packaging is a must. That's why we created SLab and introduced a truly green packaging solution that consists of only 2 plant-based components. One is agricultural waste. The other one is mycelium. Mycelium is a network of mushroom roots, and we use its binding power to create a strong and reliable material. Our SLab packaging has the same features as polystyrene, but after the usage, it will fully decompose in just 30 days. So it is a natural replacement of polystyrene that can be applied in several industries, like cushioning for beauty and self-care, lodgements for electronics and devices, packaging for fashion and decor, and even thermal insulating boxes for food and pharmaceutics. So our customers can say goodbye to polystyrene and embrace power of a truly green packaging. And speaking of customers, we already have clients who rely on us for their monthly packaging needs. Moreover, we run pilots with such big companies as L'Oreal and Samsung. We just closed our pre-seed round and went through the acceleration program with Techstars. And there are other packaging alternatives, but they have 2 main issues. One, they are not as biodegradable as we would like to. And second, they still cannot be produced at the industrial scale. So currently, we are building an automated production line using our own patented technology that will allow us to produce packaging on the industrial scale. And then to have even more exposure, we have unlocked scalability with a simple solution where we optimize production line to fit into the floating food containers. Then they serve as a mini factories and are deployed at the customer's premises. And that's where packaging is produced. This way we go global by creating a network of the mini factories around the world. There will be two streams of revenue. One from selling our own packaging produced at our facilities, and second from the monthly service fees from the mini factories around the world. Sustainable packaging market is the most rapidly growing segment, and by providing biodegradable polystyrene, we are going to obtain 1 billion euros of the market share within the next 5 years. Just imagine the impact. Every time you buy your favorite cosmetics or TV set, you make lens free from the polystyrene, reduce CO2 emissions, and save water. Our core team consists of strong leaders in biotechnology, hardware engineering, business development, customer support, and packaging, who do not want to do anything else but build the future of the packaging industry. And during the Nordeep, we want to meet the experts in the deep tech and innovation to collaborate with them. And of course, it's a huge network of the potential B2B customers for us. And as we are getting ready for the next round, we want to meet the investors and find out about the funding opportunities. And the most importantly, to present our products on this conference. Thank you very much. I'm Julia from SLab.
Thank you, Julia. Dear jury members, questions from your side? Berneri and Volodymyr then.
Yes, thank you. Nice presentation. So who would be your ideal customer and ideal investor?
So basically, we work with B2B, with companies. We work with both small, medium businesses and corporations. And in terms of the segments, it is electronics, beauty, devices, basically big corporations that need to pack anything that they deliver to their customers. So I saw that there are many clients, potential clients like that during the Nordeep conference, like Siemens and so on. And the investor, of course, for the next round, we tackle VCs who have a focus on the impact, sustainability, climate tech.
Have you considered like a corporate venture capital as a?
Yeah, we're actually talking to a few of them already. And for the future, it could be actually one of the acquiring or exit strategies for us as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Volodymyr, you're welcome.
Hi, Julia. We were in touch before, so good presentation. I see that you've closed the round, so congratulations. So have you moved on with the IP? Have you filed anything to protect?
Yeah, we're actually filing 5 patents with the help of Green Incubator and Hiberdi, the Bank for Construction Development. We got the grant for that and filing 4 patents for the technology itself, how we are doing the method of production, and 1 patent for the industrial design of the packaging.
Okay, good.
Roman, you're welcome.
Thank you, Julia. It's always good to see you. I have a question regarding scaling, because the speed of growth of mycelia is probably one of important bottleneck in this process. So we haven't met for several months, I believe. And are there any solutions and breakthroughs how to create the mycelia-based packaging on steroids with a way faster speeds of growing?
So first of all, mycelium, we recultivate it all the time inside of the process. So like it's happening continuously. So we never have a lack of the material. But in terms of the breakthroughs, actually not related to mycelium itself, but as you probably know that we have been using molds for each packaging that we are growing. But we had a huge breakthrough where we created a robot that can create packaging without the molds. So this is actually helps in terms of cost effectiveness, the speed up of the process, and then we also use less plastic in our processes. So this and none of the other mycelium-based startups could do this so far. So that's our huge breakthrough, and we are also going to patent it.
Thank you, Julia, for a great presentation. Our next participant is the startup Alestin.
Hello.
Hi.
Сейчас.
Please share your screen and we can start.
Yeah.
Could you share it fully, please? Okay, it's
Okay.
all great. You may start.
Dear colleague, my name is Yuri Kalinichenko. I present the Stratoscope EG plus AI, acronym SIGAI technology, which is designed and developed by our startup Listan from Kyiv, Ukraine. Our technology is intended for non-destructive determination of chemical, physical, mechanical properties of conductive material. The basis of our technology is digital measuring device that determines the amplitudes and phases of response signal harmonics with high accuracy. We developed the electronics and all software. The second component is solid-state physics and electromagnetism. The electromagnetic field that we introduce through the probe into the object under control causes response electromagnetic field, which contains the information about the chemical, physical, and mechanical properties of material. Our innovative method, and it received a US patent. And the third component is artificial intelligence. AI helps to transform the data set of amplitudes and phases values into the user-friendly information which characterize the properties of a material. What is the value of our technology? First of all, this is a significant reduction in the consumption of resources in the fabricated metal products area. The mentioned properties are usually determined by metallurgical tests, which are mostly time-consuming, at least a few days, and expensive manual operations. In average, one such metallurgical test costs the enterprise 2,000 euros, including cost of sample production, testing, transportation, documentation, disposal, archiving results, etc. The using the SIGAI, the measurement and obtaining the final result takes place with 30 seconds and replace up to 80% of various metallurgical tests. Establish a certain material property with the accuracy of at least 0.95. We currently have TRL 6 level and are in the process of finding partners to bring the technology to TRL 7, TRL 9. Our target audience is industrial enterprise from the fabricated metal products sector, critical component operators, material testing, characterization laboratory, research organization. As an example of our approach to find partners, in June of this year, we took part in the Munich Tech Days event where they established contact with Fraunhofer ICGV. On September 12th, we start joint testing. We will participate in the aerospace test and development show in Toulouse, France, starting from September 18th. And we are ready to negotiate contact with Airbus. With the same purpose of establish contacts, we plan to participate in the North Summit. Thank you very much for attention.
Thank you a lot, Yuri. Dear jury members, questions from your side? Volodymyr, maybe if you have a question? Sorry, you're muted.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to understand. So I've listened to the presentation, but I'm still struggling to understand what is exactly the value proposition. So you're able to detect the metal fatigue with non-destructive methods. What exactly are you trying to do?
All metal and conductive materials properties, all properties. For example, its chemical composition, its heat treatment, its microstructure, its hardness, and other mechanical, chemical, physical properties of material.
Okay, but that sounds like a lot of things to identify, which is perfectly fine. But the positioning is a little bit unclear because behind any kind of vector of development, there should be a certain industrial problem which you're trying to solve. There is something that they're either using or not using at the moment, which you want to replace and integrate into. And I think that's a little bit not clear in what you present because it sounds like generic method for doing everything, but it feels like you want to have some focus, where you want to start because you have this collaboration with Fraunhofer. I mean, Fraunhofer is open to all kinds of collaboration, so it's a good start, but not sure exactly this headed. And also with aerospace, so you want to provide this non-destructive testing for components in the fuselage of airplanes. I'm a little bit lost over here, to be honest.
it's long, long speak.
I think the value proposition is not clear. And I think you want to be much clearer on your value proposition, because you can apply technology in multiple ways. That is perfectly fine, but you cannot do it simultaneously. So you want to start somewhere. So what is this somewhere?
Now we testing our technology in the industrial environment. It's our general aim now. Testing with because our technology is universal for different using, and we need partners in different sectors, for airplane, for shipping, from transport and other sectors. And now we want to test our technology in industrial world, long test, not it's maybe 1-2 years.
So what do you want to accomplish at the at this event? So what do you want to find? What kind of partners? You want to license technology out to them? You want to embed it into their tooling?
It's maybe no, the same Fraunhofer, no, for example, the same Airbus.
Okay, Werner, I think you had a question.
Thank you, Yuri. Yeah, I think we need to move to our next project.
Sorry.
Thank you. We're running out of Q&A session time. So now please welcome Haiku Startup. Could you stop sharing your screen, please, Yuri? Thanks a lot.
Guys, do you see my screen?
Yeah, everything's set.
Excellent. So, hello everyone. My name is Mikola. I'm a co-founder and CTO of startup Haiku. We are building the middleware for quantum computers to enable and improve their performance. So, quantum computing is a great and big field, which is projected to generate a lot of value in the next 2 decades. But unfortunately, we are not really there. So all these beautiful use cases in finance, logistics, aerospace, energy, pharma, defense, and many other domains are not really accessible so far. And one of the major reasons why we are not there yet, because the near intermediate scale, noisy intermediate scale quantum hardware that we are actually having right now is very noisy, is quite of a small scale to run anything useful. And this is what we actually are tackling at Haiku. So we are developing technology which allows to 100x improvement in noise mitigation of quantum algorithms, and it also allows to improve the scale of the existing quantum hardware. And essentially, this leads us to maximizing the performance of near-term quantum hardware capabilities, and also it enables to execute some of the algorithms which are essentially previously impossible without our technology. So our founding team is myself from Ukraine, Mikola. I'm actually having background in quantum physics from Institute for Complex Systems in Max Planck some time ago, and then Weizmann Institute of Science in Israel. And my co-founder, Richard Divan, who is actually graduate of Stanford University, and also he used to work at Mitsubishi Electric Corporate VC. And we formed our startup at Creative Destruction Lab Accelerator, and we actually are one of the graduates from this year cohort. We are particularly highlighted as actually one of the highlighted startup of this stage of this year, actually Creative Destruction Lab Super Session. So this accelerator is one of the best places actually to incubate quantum computing startups, and there are already more than 20 billion in venture capital actually generated during the last few years. We are already very well backed by VCs. So we raised 4 million in capital late spring this year. And right now we are focused actually on the few priorities such as technology demonstrations, booking the partnerships for future customers of our technology, building more technology partners, pilots with application providers and hardware companies, and identify very impactful, actually, vertical use cases. Particularly why Nordeep Summit? So at Nordeep, we think it's important for us to interact with hardware companies face-to-face because it's very research-driven field, and it's very important to have deep research discussions which are possible only face-to-face. And we know we already interacting with a number of Nordic quantum hardware companies and benchmarking their hardware. We also are interested in interacting with application providers because this is another customer group who benefit a lot from our technology. Finally, we are willing to identify impactful vertical cases, and that's again where we can interact with R&D leaders in different industries who understand deep tech, actually impactful vertical use cases, which can be mapped to quantum. And finally, from my own Ukrainian background, I really want to highlight our R&D in quantum computing, which we happen to do actually in Ukraine. So with all this, the stand, how we think it might look like. So we see it as a vertical banner with actually artistic slide deck or monitor where we will present the capabilities of the technology. And we also already finalizing the benchmark white paper, so we could actually showcase brochures with technology benchmarks for those who actually want to dive deeper into technology. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The time is up. Dear jury members, questions from your side?
Well, I know you guys, but the question that I would like to ask, so are you Ukrainian? Are you a UK company? What is your current registration and how does it
current registration is actually Delaware as a standard startup registration.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, actually,
would like to see more companies not registered in Delaware jurisdiction, of course, as Europeans.
Yeah, but we were raising capital in the US, so it was essential for us for this early pre-seed round. And we also are building currently an entity in Ukraine, is currently in the process of registration in the DACPT.
So from the official point of view, you're a British company with Ukrainian founders.
We are actually US.
Okay.
Yep.
Good luck.
Verneri, your question, please.
What would be your next 2 to 5 hires in what kind of roles?
We are currently hiring a lot of research scientists, research engineers. We are already actually a team of around 10 people. So actually, and we have a number of interns and so on. We also are scaling our business development capacity. We just actually hired in the summer a really good head of business, BizDev, who was with us actually in Creative Destruction Lab. We also are hiring consultancy, like vertical consultancy leads, such to identify use cases in verticals and then actually bring those verticals closer to our tech.
Thank you.
We are grateful for your presentation, Mykola, and it's time to move to our next project. Please welcome Optisun Startup.
Stop sharing,
yes,
please.
Let me stop sharing, yes.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me? Can you see my presentation?
Yeah, all
it's
set.
All good?
Please, yeah.
Okay, great. Hello, everyone. My name is Bogdan. I'm CEO of Optisun Startup, and today I'm presenting our product, Optisun Bottle, individual solution for disinfecting and keeping safe water. Millions of people suffer from diarrhea every single day, and water becomes contagious in 30 minutes, even after first sip. Currently, problem is solved by bottled water drinking, but it causes additional row of problems such as enormous plastic waste. In case of this problem, we have developed Optisun Bottle. It increases storage of safe water up to 10 times. It saves 50 kilos of plastic annually, and it disinfects water in 15 minutes. Our bottle is completely autonomous. Its body of cap is completely solid. It can purify water in automatic mode, and it can storage water in automatic mode also. It has wireless charging mode. So how it works? You just fill it with any sort of water you are unsure, and you need to press only one button in your mobile application, or it can work in automatic mode. In 15 minutes, you can be sure that you drink safe water. So the market we are going to reach is very huge. It's drinking bottled water market plus market of personal bottles. And it's CAGR up to 4.4%. And for such amount of market, it is a very huge amount. And we're reaching some part of bottles with capacity up to 1 liter. There are a few other solutions on the market, but we have few competitive advantages. It's total reliability and possibility of having water statistics of consuming and getting in mobile application. We also provide considerable price comparable to the lowest prices of our competitors. So about going to the market, we're reaching B2B segments through governmental organizations in order to supply some groups of people, including militaries and non-governmental organizations. We're also reaching B2C markets through direct sales for huge groups of people like tourists, IDPs, athletes, parents with children, and so on. So the idea has come in June 2023. It was our pivot because we were building potable water filter. And by November 2023, we're planning to reach all the certification process in Ukraine and start sailings. With our own and small grants investments, we already reached 300 pieces per month production capacity. Why participation in Nordeep? Well, first of all, we are fully oriented to Nordic regions. We are already taking part in Business Finland program, and our next step is Tempo program in Finland. And we have already received eligibility statement, and we reached few partners, business and manufacturing partners in Vantaa already. So Finland is one of top priority by getting B2B clients and communication and process. So currently we are seeking for 100 or 500 key investments, which will allow us to increase our manufacturing capacity and gross margin. In addition, I want to say that our bottle was created up to NETA standard. It's high pressure resistant and full water and dust resistant and able to disinfect river and lake water. We have scientific and business partners. We have 5 B2B pre-agreements in 3 different countries, and we have made 100 interviews with them. So our team is experienced in hardware projects. We have more than 5 years of common working, and we know what we are doing. Thanks for your attention and ready for your questions.
Thank you, Bogdan, for your presentation. Dear jury members, your questions?
Sure. Hi,
Yeah,
thank you, Bogdan, for the presentation. Can you describe your use of funds with 100K? How far is that going to get you? When are you going to need to raise another one?
Yeah, of course, we have already built all the supply chains, and in case of getting 100K, we will build some part of manufacturing process here in Ukraine firstly, or in Vantaa, Finland. It is discussing currently right now, and this will allow us to build more parts of our product inside the country it is produced. The product is produced. So currently we're building boards and circuits in China, unfortunately, and this will allow us to move some part of the process into the country we're building.
Okay,
thank you,
thank you
for your presentation. And now we are moving to our last but not least startup, Knowledgeator Engineering. We can see your presentation, so you can start if you're ready.
Yeah, just 1 second. I'll turn on my camera. So can you see me? Yeah.
Not yet. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
You may start.
So I'm Valery, the founder of KnowledgeGator, artificial intelligence extracting target knowledge from scientific literature for pharma, biotech, and other life sciences companies. So the problem is there is more than 30 million of scientific articles that researchers usually process manually. And many pharma and biotech companies now starting developing their own artificial intelligence, but definitely they're specialized in manufacturing and research, but not in the AI. So this is why they fail. And we talked with more than 20 pharma companies that are unable to develop proper AI solutions and invest lots of money with. And what we offer is natural language processing pipeline comprised of state-of-the-art APIs that we developed from scratch, from data annotation to training to the mass integrated and so on. And as you can observe, all of our APIs are better than existing solutions, especially they are better than GPT-4, but because all those pharma companies, they stopped developing things once GPT-4 entered the market, but it's still not sufficient for their needs because their data is so special. So based on this model, we develop end-to-end low-code platform for modern fine tuning and custom pipeline building, where I can just do everything with our model without coding. And this is use case how it works basically. So you classify content, then you define your custom database with your custom columns, and the system reads scientific literature, like millions of articles per month, and populates it with columns such as substance, molecular target, mechanism of action, and so on for accelerating drug discovery and development. And this is our TAM, 21 million. This is our competitors, both direct competitors like John Snow Labs and of course GPT-4, which is leader on the market. And our advantages is that our model is much smaller. It has no hallucinations due to advanced mathematical logical reasoning algorithm. And of course, it's much cheaper and has better quality of performance. We've currently published scientific articles in journals such as Frontiers in Pharmacology, Nature, and so on. We have won the biggest in the world computational biology challenge supported by Food and Drug Administration, and we have big projects with big companies. We just signed the law with pharma companies, so this is a start. Our business model is primarily B2B, but we have a little bit of B2C2B client. And currently we have 10K MRR, and a part of that we can do some outsource for companies in order to integrate our solution into their pipelines. Our team is comprised of mainly life sciences and healthcare professionals. So I'm a doctor by education and I'm good in AI, and Igor is genius in AI. So we received grants, we received investments, and we are looking for the following money for the finishing our product and forging 3 more partnerships with pharma and biotech companies. And we need Nordeep because we are deep tech, and there will be lots of deep tech investors. So we're just opening our seed round. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Valery. Perfect timing. Dear jury members, your questions?
Yeah,
Bernard?
thanks, Valery. Thanks, Valery, for a good pitch. You mentioned in the last slide that you would reach 1 million in revenue with a 360K investment. So how are you going to get 1 million? Or do you have letters of intent?
Yeah, we just got letter of intent from pharma company. We are in process of getting another letter of intent with other pharma company. We were just signed an NDA, and the calculation is based upon the amount of GPU and market people work that is required for using such a solution. So for processing 100,000 articles with GPT-4, they would pay more than $1 million, much more. And we expect it to be the annual revenue from 5 pharma companies to be like 1 million. Just it's almost the pricing for GPU for the task.
Thank you.
Thank you, Valery. Roman, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I really love the no hallucination on one of your slides. That is amazing. But if we are speaking about your sales efforts distribution, so I clearly see 2 segments: the corporate R&D and some academia. What are the sectors I'm missing here in addition to that? And if I'm not missing anything, what's the proportion you allocate in terms of future sales between these 2 sectors?
Of course, you missed one great chunk. So it's life sciences data analytics companies. It's companies that offer analytics for pharma and biotech, and they are pretty short-term step for us in order to forge some partnerships, gain experience, gain case studies and logos before we enter to their clients and steal their jobs.
Okay. Thank you.
Talking about distribution, we have 2 partnerships with life sciences analytics companies, not just partnerships, they pay us. for our solution. And now we just signed one NDA with biotech companies, and we are signing right now in the process of signing another NDA with biotech company. But still, we spending more efforts for life sciences analytics because they are easier to enroll.
Thank you very much, Valerie. Dear startups, we are very grateful for your presentations today. And now we will have a 15 minutes break for the jury members to evaluate startups and decide which of them will present Ukraine and Nordeep this October.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm happy everyone is back. I would like to announce the names of the winners that will present the Ukrainian delegation at the Nordeep Deep Tech Business Summit in Finland this October. Knowledgeator Engineering, Mantis Analytics, Meltwater Club, MySat, SLab, Smart Zavod. The UA delegation organizational team will contact the winners with the guidelines and details on how to prepare for Nordeep Summit in the best way. Congratulations! We are grateful to all the participants for your fantastic pitches today. Keep on working on your wonderful projects and gain your chance to represent Ukraine and Nordeep next year. I'm thankful for your attention. See you at the next pitches. Best wishes with the USF.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.